Welcome to Kharis Tutorials. I'm Simeon. First, I want to appreciate as many that have watched Celebrity Hellah trailer. And guess what? The long anticipated video is coming up tomorrow. And I'm sure you don't want to miss out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Naija Int TV. Thumbs up, share, and also leave your comments in the comment section below. Quickly, I'm going to take you on my monostrap dress. It's going to be a ruffle dress, and I'll be using two different fabrics. I'll be using the Ankara and also the veil net to do the cutting. We'll be needing the measurement of our underbust and the full length, the shoulder measurement, the round shoulder measurement, and also the bust circumference, underbust circumference, waist circumference, and the hip circumference measurements. Don't forget we upload our cutting and sewing tutorial separately. So if you're watching the cutting, there's need for you to watch the sewing tutorial as well. And if this is your first time on this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to click the bell so as to get notified each time we upload a new video. So let's move to the cutting table. Going to tell us what a peplum blouse is all about.
When we cut our bottom and we cut our boss, then we turn this to up shoulder. Peplum gown.
I need an answer. Don't just stand there looking at me like a moron.
Waiting, dummy.
Okay, dummy tailor is a tailor that understands and knows how to sew clothes very well.
Dummy tailor, it's baby.
Why would you carry the material for cutting? Material that we are supposed to use for practical for cutting, and using it to sew gown for yourself.
Oh, you fine, girl. And I like you. What is there for you to talk?
Is it Lionel Messi, Messi Johnson, or Messi BB Niger?
It's not only Messi BB Niger, it is Messi America Got Talent.
You the grace! Oh, padà jẹ́ gbèsè. Cheer bye.
Ó tẹ̀sẹ̀ lébọ̀. Yahoo ni babaláwo.
Oh, everybody.
Alright, we're working on the front first, and to fold our fabric, which is the first thing, I folded with the hip measurement plus 8 divided by 4, and like you know, it's still the same as your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches. Like the hip measurement is 36 plus 8 divided by 4 is 11 inches, so I already folded with 11 inches. The length of the dress is 35 inches, and I added 2 inches to make it 37. So this is my 37. I mark out from this point. This is the length of my 37 inches. And I'm using this as the base, following the pattern. I want this part to be the base of my dress. So that's why I have my 37 here. And I mark this out. And I'm also marked out my 8.5 inches for my armhole. And the underbust length is 12 inches. Now, since our dress is an off-shoulder dress, so I've subtracted 4 inches from the length. So this is the 4 inches. Now, the shoulder measurement divided by 2 is 7 inches. This is my normal 7 inches, which is to come all the way. Then I have on my 8.5 inches to take my bust measurement plus 8 divided by 4. And below my underbust length, I have my underbust circumference plus 8 divided by 4. And you can get the distance between the waist and the hip so as to take, get the distance between the underbust circumference and the waist so as to know where to get the waist measurement. The same thing, plus 8 divided by 4. And from the waist to the hip, you can also get the distance so that you can mark out where to take the hip measurement. And I also get my hip measurement plus 8 divided by 4. And at the base, I really don't want it to be penciled. So since my hip is 11, I just took out half an inch. I took out half an inch, and this is my 10.5 inches. So now I'm going to connect. This is my shoulder. I need to connect with the bust to give me my armhole. and then I'll connect from the bust to the under bust circumference to the waist and to the hip, and from the hip I'll take it down to the base. So I'll just connect that properly. In case you have your cuff set, you can just go ahead to use that. And in the absence of your cuff set, you can always trace out to connect the shapes just like this to make it easy. That's for as many that doesn't have the cuff set. Alright, the next thing I'm going to take here, since it's an off-shoulder dress, is I'm going to take 1.5 inches. Now this is my 4 inches, so that all the measurements, now my measurements start from this 4 inches. So I already took out my 1.5 inches to reduce, and that's because it's an off-shoulder dress, so it's not going to get to the edge of my shoulder. Then I'll connect from my bust to this measurement of 1.5 inches. So this is where our original armhole will come. So it will come to this 1.5 inches. So now if I'm to cut, I'll go this way, then I'll connect. So let's cut this out. This is going to be the front. All I'll just do is place the front to cut out the back, and I'll remember to add my zipper allowance to the back. Alright, so I already placed the front to cut the back, and I also added 1.5 inches allowance for my zipper. So all I'm going to do is to trace it out as well. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to measure out the princess dart first, and that is, this is our armhole point, this is our -4. Remember, this is our -4. So we need to get from shoulder the nipple point. This is the nipple point. You can take your measurement to get the nipple point. Then for the princess dart, from the middle, the measurement is 4 inches to get your dart. But for this particular size, I'll reduce to 3.5 inches. Now my 3.5 inches goes all the way to the base of my dress. And on the armhole, we took out 4 inches. So it's just going to come from the edge, because I want to maintain my 4 inches. And I'm going to create the curve shape to meet with my measurements for the dart. So I'll take it straight down to the base. So I'm cutting both the front and the back together. Alright, there's need for us to split the back, so I'll just do that right away. So let's open to see what we have. Alright, so after unfolding, this is what we have. This is the back and this is the front. The next thing I'm going to do from here, I'm still maintaining my 4 inches. This is my 4 inches. So I'm bringing this down to 6.5 inches. This is 6.5 inches. And I'm going to slant from this edge, from the 4, I'm going to slant to meet the 6.5 inches that I took. So I'll just take a slant line and I'll cut. Excuse me. Alright, so this is what we have. The next thing is to cut out the band, and I'll be doing that in the sewing tutorial. And now from here we'll move to cutting out our veil nets. Cutting out the veil nets, this is 2 yards of veil nets. So I've folded it already. I'm cutting out the length of 3 inches, and I want the length as long as I can get. That's what I'll be cutting out. So the length is 3 inches, so I'm still cutting it out. I'll just take the 3 inches and I'll join it until I have a very long strip of fabric, and I'll need that in 3 places because it's going to be in 3 steps. So what I'm taking now is just the length of 3 inches, so you can continue to take your 3 inches all the way to the base of the veil net. So I'll just cut. So that's how you continue to cut until you get to the end of your veil net. And like I said, this is 2 yards. So what I'm going to do is to join this. I'll make sure I join this, and I actually want a very long strip of fabric. I'll be gathering it so as to get a fuller very full veil net at the end of it. So I'll still continue to do that, and I guess that will be the end of cutting the veil net. Then to cut the lining, all I'll just do is I'll make sure I join the princess dart on my fabric first, and after joining the princess dart, I'll place my fabric to cut out the lining. So it's just going to be the exact thing that I have. And if you want to use any interface like your BFF, your stay, you can also go ahead to iron that on your fabric. So I'll be using BFF in this tutorial. So I'll make sure I iron my BFF on my fabric, and if you want to iron it on the lining as well, you're good to go. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and you can also leave your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to click the bell if this is your first time. We upload our cutting and sewing tutorial separately. So if you're watching this, there's still need for you to watch how to sew, because this is going to be how to cut, and I'm sure you don't want to miss the concluding parts of this tutorial. I remain Simeon Grace. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Facebook at Kharis Kreations, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter at Afriq TV. So you can follow me on Facebook and on Instagram at Kharis Kreations.